Welcome to Ace My Exams Learning. Let us get started with today's learning.
The economic question. The economic question addresses how societies allocate their limited resources to meet the needs and wants of their populations. These questions are critical because resources are scarce, but human needs and desires are virtually unlimited. The economic question consists of three fundamental components: what should be produced? How should it be produced? And for whom will it be produced? Each of these components helps guide economic decision-making, ensuring that resources are used effectively and efficiently. 1. What should be produced? This question focuses on determining which goods and services should be produced with the available resources. Since resources are limited, societies must prioritize certain goods and services over others. Decision-makers must consider the needs of the population, the availability of resources, and the potential impact of their choices. For example, during a health crisis, a government might decide to prioritize producing medical equipment, vaccines, and healthcare facilities instead of allocating resources to non-essential items like luxury cars or entertainment projects. In contrast, during times of economic growth, a society might focus on producing consumer goods to improve the standard of living. This question also depends on the type of economic system in place. In a market economy, decisions about what to produce are influenced by consumer demand and profit incentives. In a command economy, the government determines what will be produced based on its assessment of societal needs. 2. How should it be produced? This question examines the methods and processes used to produce goods and services. It involves choosing between various production techniques, such as labor-intensive methods, using more human labor, or capital-intensive methods, using more machinery and technology. For example, a factory that produces clothing may choose to rely on skilled workers to sew garments by hand, which could create more jobs, but take longer. Alternatively, the factory might invest in advanced machinery to produce clothing more quickly and in larger quantities, although this approach might reduce the number of workers needed. The choice of production method also considers factors such as A. Resource availability. The availability of resources plays a significant role in determining how goods and services are produced. Countries rich in natural resources, such as oil, coal, timber, or minerals, often rely heavily on these resources for their economic activities. For instance, Saudi Arabia utilizes its vast oil reserves to fuel its economy, making petroleum a cornerstone of its production and exports. Similarly, countries with fertile soil and favorable climates, such as Brazil, often focus on agricultural production like coffee, soybeans, and sugarcane. On the other hand, countries with fewer natural resources must find alternative ways to sustain their economies. These nations may rely on importing raw materials to meet their production needs. For example, Japan lacks significant natural resources, but has become a global leader in manufacturing and technology by importing raw materials like iron, ore and crude oil, and using its advanced technology and skilled labor to add value. In some cases, resource scarcity drives innovation. For instance, countries with limited fossil fuel reserves may invest in renewable energy sources like solar or wind power. This adaptability not only addresses resource constraints, but also aligns with global sustainability goals. B. Cost efficiency. Cost efficiency is a fundamental consideration for producers, as it directly impacts their ability to compete in the market. To minimize costs and maximize output, producers often analyze various factors such as labor, materials, and technology. For example, a smartphone manufacturer may choose to outsource production to countries with lower labor costs, such as India or Vietnam, to reduce expenses while maintaining quality. Additionally, producers may invest in automation and advanced machinery, which, although initially expensive, can significantly lower long-term production costs by increasing efficiency and reducing reliance on manual labor. Cost efficiency also involves sourcing affordable raw materials and negotiating favorable terms with suppliers. For instance, a clothing brand might procure fabric from regions where production costs are lower, such as Bangladesh, to keep prices competitive. Balancing cost efficiency with quality is essential. While reducing costs is important, sacrificing product quality can harm a brand's reputation and lead to long-term financial losses. C. Environmental impact. In recent years, there has been a growing emphasis on the environmental impact of production processes. Producers are increasingly adopting eco-friendly practices to reduce harm to the environment and align with consumer expectations for sustainable products. One example of this shift is the use of renewable energy sources. Many companies now power their factories and operations using solar panels, wind turbines, or hydroelectric energy instead of relying on fossil fuels. For instance, global tech companies like Google and Apple have committed to running their facilities on 100% renewable energy, reducing their carbon footprint significantly. Another area of focus is waste reduction. Producers are finding innovative ways to recycle and reuse materials to minimize waste. For example, some clothing brands, like Patagonia, use recycled fabrics to create new garments, reducing the environmental impact of their production processes. Sustainability also involves responsible resource management, such as reducing water consumption in industries like agriculture and textiles. For example, drip irrigation systems in farming can conserve water while maintaining crop yields. Adopting eco-friendly practices benefits not only the environment, but also businesses, as consumers increasingly prefer products from companies that demonstrate a commitment to sustainability. In the long run, this approach helps ensure that natural resources are available for future generations while maintaining economic growth. 3. For whom will it be produced? This question focuses on determining who will receive the goods and services produced. It addresses issues of distribution and access, ensuring that resources are allocated in a way that meets societal needs. For instance, in a society with significant income inequality, wealthier individuals may have greater access to luxury goods, while lower-income groups struggle to afford basic necessities. Governments often intervene to address these disparities by providing public goods and services, such as free healthcare and education, to ensure that everyone benefits from economic production. The distribution of goods and services depends on the economic system. A. Distribution in a market economy. In a market economy, the distribution of goods and services is primarily determined by purchasing power. This means that individuals or businesses with the financial resources to pay for goods are the ones who can access them. Market economies rely on the forces of supply and demand to dictate prices and allocate resources. For example, luxury goods like designer clothing or high-end electronics are available to those who can afford them, while basic necessities like food and clothing are often accessible at lower price points for broader affordability. However, this system can lead to significant inequalities. Those with higher incomes can afford not only basic needs, but also luxuries, better education, and superior healthcare. Meanwhile, individuals with lower incomes may struggle to access even essential services. For instance, in some countries, access to high-quality healthcare or private education is restricted to those who can afford high fees, leaving lower-income groups dependent on government-subsidized or public options, which may be limited in quality or availability. B. Distribution in a command economy. In a command economy, the government plays a central role in the allocation of resources. Distribution is based on the government's assessment of societal needs, aiming to ensure that all citizens have access to basic necessities such as food, housing, and healthcare. This system seeks to minimize inequality by prioritizing collective well-being over individual purchasing power. For example, in a command economy like Cuba, the government allocates rationed food supplies and provides free healthcare and education to all citizens. Similarly, in the former Soviet Union, housing and employment were state-controlled, and basic goods were distributed based on need rather than market forces. While this approach can ensure that essential services are available to everyone, it may also lead to inefficiencies, shortages, or overproduction if the government misjudges supply and demand. C. Distribution in a mixed economy. A mixed economy incorporates elements of both market and command systems, balancing the efficiency of market forces with the equity of government intervention. In this system, market forces determine the distribution of many goods and services, but the government intervenes to ensure that essential needs are met and to address inequalities. For instance, in South Africa, private businesses provide goods and services like cars, electronics, and luxury goods, which are distributed based on purchasing power. At the same time, the government intervenes to provide free or subsidized services, such as public schooling, social grants, and healthcare, to ensure that low-income groups also have access to basic needs. This balance helps reduce disparities while allowing for the innovation and competition fostered by market systems. The mixed economy's flexibility enables governments to adapt their interventions based on current challenges. For example, during the COVID-19 pandemic, many mixed economies implemented policies like stimulus packages or increased unemployment benefits to address economic disruptions and ensure that vulnerable populations could still access necessary resources.
To access more learning and exam preparation materials, go to www.acemyexams.coza. This link is also in the video description below. Thank you for watching this video. Remember to subscribe and be the first to know when we upload new videos.